Chris from Married at First Sight went off on his social media and basically tried to expose the entire Married at First Sight show and a couple of the couples on Married at First Sight. And also, thanks to Mavs Fan on Instagram, we have true legal confirmation that Erik and Virginia have filed for divorce. Guys, let's first talk about the Chris drama because that is just insane and bizarre. Chris was going off. He shared hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, like almost literally hundreds of stories on his Instagram of these stories just talking and talking and talking. A lot of them are boring. A couple of them are pretty interesting, though. Here's one right there that kind of caught my eye, and it's about Erik and Virginia getting a divorce. I said, why do you think Erik and Virginia are getting a divorce? And he said, I have no clue, nor do I care. However, their stuff was fake. They were scared of me coming to the reunion the second day because I found out some stuff and they didn't want me to expose it because I would have been there, which I decided not to go. And Virginia would have laughed like on set when Paige was talking at me. I would have pulled out my scroll and exposed everything, but I purposely didn't show up because I didn't want any more drama and production wanted more drama. Erik was trying so hard to keep up with Virginia's, partying habits that he ended up getting a D and a U and an I and had a court-mandated rehab for 45 days. While he was in rehab, Virginia was in Mexico trying to have something that I'm not going to repeat with Haley's brother and the spouse. Ask him if it's true. Okay, now obviously Chris, he did some fair share of lying on Married at First Sight, so I wouldn't be shocked if this wasn't true, but the weird thing I will say is immediately after, someone did respond to it and said, I just did, because someone said, go look it up. Chris said, if you don't believe me, look it up. Because everyone was reaching out to him saying, people don't think this is true. Do you have any proof? And someone just said, I researched it. No, it is true. And he just said, uh-oh, I didn't even post the stuff. LOL. I'm being nice. LOL. Somebody found it. No lies over here. I mean, do I think that is true? You know what? I don't want to say yes or no. Obviously, I can't. I have not. I don't know what. How would I even do? I guess I could look up, Erik's thing. But either way, is it true? Is it not? I have no idea. I would not be shocked if it was because we did see on Married at First Sight that Erik was definitely trying to keep up with Virginia's partying stuff. That was without a doubt she was. And I wouldn't be shocked if one thing led to another. He made a couple mistakes, and that did happen. He's kind of been quiet on social media. And the thing I will say is they're definitely getting a divorce. So more on the Chris drama later because he was really starting to go at Jake and kind of even Haley. And then he went at Paige too. But now I want to go back to the Mavs fan screenshot that I was just talking about. Because a week or so ago, I did mention that Erik and Virginia, it sounded like there's all these rumors. We did not have legal confirmation, but it sounded like they were actually going to be getting a divorce. But like on the 29th of June, like a day or so ago, Mavs Fan did share a couple things. Boom, right there is the first one. It is from Fulton County, the county site, and it says Virginia and Combs. Okay, so it's a case, Erik Craig Lake versus Virginia Combs. Divorce uncontested, file date 6/29/21, and it's in Georgia. It is without a doubt them. And if you are wondering, well, I posted my video like in the middle of June. This was actually filed in the 29th of June, but no. That's like when it became public record because Mavs Fan somehow dug up this legal document of their actual divorce, and it says right there, whereas the parties hereto were married on August 31st, 2020, but have been separated since in or about April 29th, 2021, and are now living in a bona fide state of separation, and it goes on and on and on, which I will read in a couple seconds, but yeah, that goes to show right there. In April 29th, they separated, they were not living together, and all the rumors and allegations that I was, talking about them, because everyone was saying that, not everyone, but there's people coming out saying that they spotted Virginia in their apartment building and she was never with Erik, and they were like, what is going on? Now we know that, at that point they were separated. Virginia did move out, she got her own place, and that's what was going on. But if we keep reading this legal document, we can keep going on, because it says, whereas the parties admit that the marriage between them is, I can't even pronounce that word, irretrievably broken, and the parties are unable to cohabit as man and wife. There are no prospects of reconciliation. The parties have heretofore, wow, this is a lot of big words. The only thing I'm trying to get at is that it goes at the end and says, and it is their intention to live separate and apart for the rest of their lives. That's the interesting thing, because they're on Married at First Sight couples cam. I don't know what is going to go down. I mean, hopefully Married at First Sight just keeps it real and true and just shows the reality that they are going to get a divorce. I hope not. But Chris, which I'll read in a couple seconds, he was saying in one of his posts that they're on couples cam just to keep the money coming in. They're gonna kind of fake it just to stay on the show and just to keep some money coming in. Which, like, if that's the case, that's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. I hope to God their divorce does get put on the show. Not that we want, I get it. It's a private situation, not public. It is very private. It is their own life, but they agreed to go on a show where you are getting married, and so it's like there's a 50-50 chance that you get a divorce. Now it's their divorce, and now we want to see it. So hopefully on Couples Cam, this all gets shown. I have a feeling, though, I mean, I could be wrong. We could definitely see it, but my gut is telling me for how kind of weird, Erik and Virginia can kind of be. I'm not saying that they were like trying to trick anyone to get money or anything like that, but I could almost kind of see them just kind of acting like maybe that they're kind of separated, or they're kind of keeping their distance and not really diving into the fact on Couples Cam that they did truly get a divorce. I don't know why, but that's what my gut is telling me, that it might not get documented. But also I do know Married at First Sight, they are a reality show, and reality TV shows, they love drama, so there's a chance that on Couples Cam they'll just force them to talk about it and we will get to see their divorce. To go back to my comment on Virginia and everyone and Erik kind of being low-key and weird, she did share this post right here, once again, thanks to Maps Fan, saying social media can be very toxic. And for that reason, Erik and I decided a few weeks ago to take our relationship off social media. We did a very public experiment and appreciate all of the support, but are currently enjoying some privacy. Please be respectful of that, and remember, always be kind. So it's like Virginia's trying to act like that they're taking their relationship off social media, but the reality is their relationship, it's done, it's over, it's not even a relationship. So I don't really know what she's trying to get at. Eventually, though, they're gonna have to spill the beans that they are getting not that they're getting, they filed for a divorce. So I'll keep my eyes open on that. Now back to the Chris drama. I mean, we can take this for what it is. My situation, my issue with the Chris thing, we saw Chris on Married at First Sight, and the guy was full of crap a lot. With that being said, let me read what he said. Let's just take it out with a grain of salt. The first thing was at Paige. Poor Paige, I mean, I don't know. He said this: "You talked crap about me at the reunion when I didn't show up, but you blew my phone off of the hook. You called me 1,000,000 times from your phone and another 1,000,000 times from Virginia's phone. You wanted me to come to day 2 of filming for the reunion in February, but I told you no. So it's ironic that they filmed Where Are They Now a few days later, and you said that you changed your number. I wasn't calling you. I have my phone records with you and Virginia's number that shows the call if you deny. I was upset because we agreed to be on the same page at the reunion. We rehearsed and went over what we would and wouldn't talk about. But you knew that I didn't want to be filmed with Dwight. You even told him not to come because I would probably go off on him. But you never warned me. I wouldn't have showed up if I would have told." This makes no sense. If you would have told me, because when the producers asked me in November if he could come, I said yes, but I wouldn't be there, and they assured me that he wouldn't be there. That's why they suddenly had him come out. They gave me no time to reject it. Okay, I mean, great, whatever. I don't know what, Chris had this issue with this Pastor Dwight guy. Fantastic. I could never really figure out why he cared so much, but for whatever reason, he had some huge issue. Then he goes on to talk about this guy named Styles. Styles was the guy that Paige went on some one stupid fake little date with on the Married at First Sight Where Are They Now. He shared something, it's really not even interesting. He just said that you even told me that Styles was introduced to you by Dwight, my initial groomsman. Whatever, nothing very big. Then he went on to talk about Jake, and Jake, he shared some texts. The texts were more so just him trying to kind of say, let's try to get on the same page, me, you, and Jake. There was nothing, it was nothing too big. It was just him and Jake talking about getting on the same page. Nothing huge. Then he kind of went on to say, that he wanted to fight the guy, and that was basically it. Honestly, Chris seems to have an issue with everyone. That's why I want to make it real clear. I'm not saying Chris is telling the truth. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying I don't know. I'm definitely saying he had a history of what appeared to be lying and making stuff up, but maybe he never was, and that is Chris from Married at First Sight. Well, guys, that's about it. Erik and Virginia, it's sad, not very shocking. I called this months and months and months ago, and I kind of want to just pat myself on the back back because, like I said, I called it. And with Chris, Lord only knows if the whole stories are true. The story that caught my eye is the Erik and Virginia one about him doing this and that, and then her going to Mexico. It could be true, but I honestly just do not know for sure. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that like button, hit the comments below, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.